Okay, good morning. Okay, as I promised, I want to walk you through everything. I saw that you have the link to get the training, but at least I can get you started and maybe you don't even need that. So I'm in your instructor resource account. If you have, it looks like you've used it before because I see some other books here and everything. So it looks like you're all set on that front. But if you need help with your access code, or I'm sorry, password, let me know. Um, I've loaded these two courses, kind of ignore those. Those are the courses that we copied over for you, but I copied a course from one of these. So they have those links there because she put them into Blackboard. So if your students are asking for the link to get into Cengage Unlimited, you can integrate this course into Blackboard, but it can't really be integrated until you've customized it. So that could take some time. So I don't know if you want to do that this term or maybe wait till the next term. At any rate, you're going to ignore these two. So I'm going to click in just to also give you a tour. Here's the instructor companion site, which has all the PowerPoints and lecture notes, etc. But I'm going to click into your course here and let's take a look at what it looks like. I'll give you again a tour of how this all works, and then I'm going to show you how the students view everything. Um, so let's see. Oh, I'm in my calendar view. Okay. So again, everything that she had on here was carried over. If you want me to blank out all the dates, I can do that, but let's get started. This is the learning path right here. Here's an at a glance gradebook, and I don't like to have this on my screen because I like to work from the learning path in a bigger view. So to get rid of this, because we actually have a whole gradebook at the bottom there, you go to course settings, dashboard, and I'm going to save that so I can click that off. So how everything is organized is, let's see, the calendar view is right here. Then we have that learning path view, which I'll show you here. Let me just take a quick look around. Okay, unlocks January 8th or 28th. Okay, so again, everything here that you see is customizable. And it looks like the way she's completed that or she's done this is if I click down, if I expand any of the modules here, I have a very uniform look to every chapter. And again, everything you see is customizable. It looks like she does already have due dates here or unlock dates. So essentially, this actually doesn't unlock until January 28th. Again, if you want me to give you a clean slate and take all those out so you can do them yourself, you're free to let me know. We'll create a different course that has that taken care of for you. So that's just a workplace connection video we have first. Then we have the chapter ebook right here. We have some model documents right here. Again, that's a personal email message, it looks like. We have our study tools here, which include lecture slides, flashcards. There's an Applia practice assignment, and then we have a quiz that counts towards the grade. Again, it shows unlocked at this date, but it doesn't show a due date, which means that she has everything just probably wide open, and then I'm not sure if she lets them know in class. But again, everything is customizable here. And the way we do this is we turn the edit tab on. We're right here. And now this is where we can hide things we don't want to use or we can edit. So for instance, if I want to edit, say chapter 1, I want to give it a due date all at once. I click on this side here. I can always edit right here from the assignment level. But if I click up here, I have the ability to batch edit. So I can now say batch action, edit dates. We already say they're not available until this date, but she doesn't have due dates in there yet. So we can put a due date of when we want it to be due, and then at that point, everything would close. If you have a syllabus or you actually want to go through and give me your available and due dates, I can plug those in for you. It's no problem at all. But I want to just at least give you kind of a tour of how this looks so you can do it yourself if you'd like to. Um, you also, again, everything in here is set at a practice mode or just a display mode where they go in and just, like the lecture slides, for instance, just use those. But the practice quiz is the only thing here that says count towards grade. If you wanted the practice assignment, for example, to count toward the grade as well, you could go to edit here. You can always change the order of things, but I could go to edit activity options. And then depending on the type of activity it is, I can switch this to, let's see, grade it now, practice. I can make this a practice assignment, and I can't do it through this tab, but I can do it through this tab over here. At any rate, let's see. Now I'm going to try to figure out how I can make that chapter 1 assignment. essentially everything that lives, maybe I can't make this into a practice mode or a count towards grade mode. I know I can, but I just have to figure out how to do that. At any rate, if you are going through the learning path here and there's changes that you want to make very specifically, you can let me know and I can help you change those. But everything, again, I can't emphasize enough that you see here is customizable. So all of the contents here, we leave it up to the instructors, or with your direction, we can do that to add those due dates, add the available dates for you, change point values. Again, if I turn my edit tab off now, I'm able to actually see the point values of things, so I can actually change the point values. Anything that's in a practice mode but has a point value is just strictly there for students to assess their own progress. Those won't go into the grade book at all. Let me just kind of take a peek and see what else she's done. Oh, there was a practice quiz. Oh, maybe there wasn't on chapter 1. It looks like she has practice quizzes in the other chapters here. And then if I click down, oh, never mind. Everything's the same. I just didn't open that module. So again, let me, looks like maybe she doesn't have, she has everything unlocking on the 28th, and I think that's because she probably just hasn't customized anything now. There are some writing tutorials in here. Again, things can be switched over to the graded mode if you want to. So my suggestion would be, and I can always collapse everything if I'm opening things like that. My suggestion would be to go in and start to take a look at the modules, see what you like and what you don't like. If there's things that you don't want to use, just make sure your edit tab's on right here and hide them so that it gets rid of them altogether. If there's a chapter that you don't want to use, you can hide it as well. And everything will go away with it. So I would suggest kind of going through chapter 1, seeing what you want to use, how you want to use it. If there's something that I can help you with as far as, telling me I want to switch all of my practice quizzes to 10 points instead of 2, what they're marked at. I want all of the Appley assignments to be count towards grade at 5 points, etc. Let's see what else I can tell you. Some of these are not customizable in that, like the lecture slides, for instance, I can hide them and set dates, but obviously there's no point value attached because there's nothing to accomplish. Additionally, and I don't want to get you too in the weeds, but if there's something that you want to add to the learning path, for instance, if you wanted to add a unit test, like maybe after, unit or chapters 1 and 2, you could actually add a test right into the learning path. The test banks are housed within this on this right side called Cengage Now. That's where all the test and homework banks are stored. And if I click here, really this is just going to show me what already is created with this homework app here that's in the learning path already. So if I expand this, I can see that these are the assignments that were created and they're already in the learning path, but I can always create more assignments that will allow me to pull test questions or more homework questions right out of the bank. And I can insert those right into the learning path. If that's something you want to do, I'll make you a separate video or we can get together and I can go through that. But that's another key feature. So hopefully that kind of covers the how you manipulate the learning path. As you were to create start and end dates to everything, everything would populate into the calendar view here. So students could click on the calendar view, expand a chapter or expand a week and see what's due in that week, and they could click into the assignments in this way as well. So once again, if you want to give me all of your chapter due dates and available dates, I can plug those in for you. If students, I know that they're anxious to get the access to this, and that is absolutely fine. You could give it to them now. For instance, I could open all up chapter 1 and we can hide everything else until you have the time to customize it if you want to. Maybe you want to keep everything as it is, but right now actually your students can get in, since it doesn't open until the 28th, your students can actually, the way it's set, they would be able to get into this and use their access code or use their Cengage Unlimited, but they wouldn't be able to access anything that's not available yet, which would be everything, except for everything on the right side of the page where they can access the ebook. There is a glossary, there is a notes tab, they have a read speaker where they can have the ebook read to them. There is an adaptive test prep where they can go in and create sample quizzes for themselves. And we have the flashcards in the grade book. So I want to kind of stop there as far as the tour of this and show you the student, what the students now do. So the students, if you go to your Manage Courses tab, they're asking for this URL right here or this course key, which is that a series of letters right here. I'm going to take you into what the students see, but I'm going to go into a different browser. Essentially, because everything is closed, you could give your students this tonight so that they can at least start to get in, because they wouldn't be able to access any of those the assignments the way they're set now. That's good news, I suppose, because I know your students are anxious to actually get in. So when they plug the URL in from that manage courses page right here, that's in your instructor resource center, manage courses, and you'll find that URL right on top. It is going to take them into a sign-in page. If they have an account, they'll log in. If they don't, they'll create an account. Most of them probably have an account because they have the unlimited, and so they're trying to marry your course into their subscription. I'm going to click create an account so I can show you. I'm going to pause here though while I fill. So once I've done those things, I say create an account, and now it's going to plug me into my subscription. If students, they have 14 days free access to the subscription. If they already have a subscription, they're not going to see this page. They'll be familiar with what's going to come next, which I'll show you here, just so you understand what they are asking for and looking for. Now here I'm in my subscription. I have 2 weeks of free subscription. Which is why it looks like this here now. So students are asking for the access code or the course key so that they can add your course into their subscription here. For those students that don't have a subscription, they have the free trial that can view the MindTap course directly through here. Other courses they can begin to add using their course keys from those other courses. They have that 2 weeks, which shows them this here. And if they want to upgrade to the subscription, if maybe they don't have it, they go to subscribe now. It's $119.99 for all those courses. I guess it's $100 for the MindTap for this course. That's a special pricing for Cal Poly Pomona. And so they can add that to their cart here, or they can register their bookstore access code. So those are all the options, and they'll have, but students, again, they're navigating around this pretty well because a lot of Cal Poly students, thousands, are signing up for the subscription. Once they do have the subscription, any course that they have in here will have a green banner that will say purchased course so that they know that they're part of, that the subscription is all set. So again, that's the student experience on registration for your course. And so you're welcome to, I think that you absolutely should, if you're not going to integrate it into Blackboard, you're more than welcome to give them this course key tonight so that they can begin to get in. So the course, again, this is the URL, or they're just asking for the course key. You can click here. That's the course key, and it's actually part of the URL. The URL is just plugging them into the route to get to your class. So at any rate, that is how this functions. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And I look forward to talking to you soon.